Hey guys, a little bit of a different video today. I got the heated seats working in the truck. Well, one of the heated seats. The passenger side works good. The driver's side, not so much. The little thermostat in there is burnt out, and as a result, it's not really turning the heated pads on. So I came up with my own solution to this. Um, the pads are at least $100 from the dealership, and there's two of them per seat. So if you're gonna replace all of them, that's $400 at least. The heated modules I think are like $60. Um, but I've been doing Arduino stuff for a little while, and I've got a lot of that kind of stuff laying around. So I built my own heated seat module for like 12 or 16 bucks. Definitely under 20. I had to pick up one part for it that I didn't have, and that was a 12 volt to 5 volt converter. And it's just one of those car cigarette plug-in adapters. I'm going to butcher it, harvest its internals, and make it work for what I need it to. So I'll show you guys what I've got so far. It, it took me 2 hours from idea to working prototype in my hands. So definitely worth it. And with this, I'll be able to run any heated seat pad that I want. So yeah. All right, so that's the 12 volt adapter that I need to bust apart and harvest its internals. This is just a cheapy one that I got from the dollar store. I think it's 2.1 amps output if you would focus. Yeah, so 2.1 amps. This is the higher amperage one. That one right there is only 1 amp, but all I'm doing is powering a relay, so and the board, but the relay is going to take most of the juice. But anyways, we've got a DS18B20, I believe it is, temperature sensor, Arduino Nano, and an Arduino relay. So what this does is I've programmed it to read the temperature of the seat. If it's below 37 degrees Celsius, which is right around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what the heated seats are set to stock, it tells your Arduino to send a signal to this to turn it on. And then you'll just run your heater pads through the relay. So your 12 volt high current goes in, your heated seat, one of the coils or one of the wires for the element goes out, the other element gets grounded. And then, yeah, the Arduino will trigger the relay will turn on the heated pads. If the temperature probe reaches over 37 or over 100 degrees, the Arduino will tell the relay to turn off, and your heated pads will turn off. So it's self-regulating. Awesome. So now I just got to hack this apart and add it to this, and then I'm going to 3D print an enclosure for it, fill it with epoxy, and then it'll be bulletproof. And I want to leave this port open so that I can plug into it with my laptop and change the temperature if I want to. But yeah, it's pretty solid idea. I can't wait to get this thing actually working and installed. And yeah, like I said, I'd be able to run like the $20 heating pads off of Amazon if I wanted to, instead of going to the dealership and buying theirs. Dang it. Alright, so I got into it. When you're taking stuff like this apart, always look for seams. Run a razor blade down the seams, and then try not to go too deep though, just in case they've placed stuff in weird spots. But yeah, this is really easy to get into. On cigarette adapters and stuff that you run in your vehicle, the tip of it is always positive, the sides of it are always negative. So we'll get this apart, and I'm going to be tapping into these two here because this is your higher amperage supposedly. I don't know if it actually is or not, but whatever. And then I'll desolder this and the tip from here. It's difficult to do one hand. So yeah, I'll run one wire to the end of the spring, or to where the spring solder's on, and then the other wire, so it looks positive, and then negative's right down there. So sweet. And then I can run positive to that, negative to that, and it should power on with the 12-volt source. Awesome. So here I've gone and rewired it all. I did test this out with a LiPo battery from one of my RCs, and before I had the output of the 12 volt to 5 volt hooked up into the relay first and then into the Arduino, and it was causing some kind of weird issues, so I had to wire the power source directly into the Arduino. Focus. Doesn't want to focus. Anyways, this first red pin here is voltage in, and then it's ground, and then something else, and then that other red one is 5 volt out, I guess. So I had to go input, and then I just ran the 5 volts back to this, and then I'm now running the temperature probe off of 3.3 volts. It all works. So I've also found a Dean's connector that I'm going to be using to plug in the power wire and one of the seat elements, the heating elements. So I've been at this all day, designing and 3D printing parts. This is the box that I made for it. I just pulled it off the heater, or the 3D printer, but yeah, you got your USB port there, so I can still plug into it and tune it. That is going to be for the plug-in for 12 volts. And then this one here is the Dean's connector. You can kind of see the profile of it. Kind of narrow and then widens out to the bigger side. So I got to clean this all up, fit all this inside that. And I got to get my hot glue. My hot glue is, I believe it's at Austin's place. So yeah, I want to hot glue around all these holes to seal them off, and then I'm going to fill this up with epoxy so that it is a sealed unit. That way it'll be damage resistant and all that stuff too. So that's how I roll. But one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pull the LEDs off of this. Focus. I'm going to pull the LEDs off of the relay, because you're not going to see them anyways. And then I'm going to mount them above the switch. And I'll show you guys what I've done for the on-off switch. Alright, so I'm going to be using this switch on and off. And I've designed this in 3D, so your switch is going to go in here, LED is going to go in there, and then if you flip it around to the back side, I don't, some of you guys will know about this. I think this might be the dual fuel tank switch location, but I basically copied it, the outside profile of it, so this will actually snap right into it, and that's what you'll see. And then the switch will go in there like that. Pretty cool. I love this 3D stuff. It's so much fun. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, take care.